Everyone knows the entry-level job market is cooked. Entry-level job postings have fallen by 35% since 2023. While AI is partially to blame for that, the most savvy job seekers today are actually using AI to help find their edge.
When I was applying, I wish I had this tool.
And because AI is increasingly involved in the first step of the application process, if you don't play its game, you might end up in the reject pile.
I just got rejected from Walmart.
So I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks from some of the most savvy job seekers out there who are actually using AI to get hired.
First, I'll show some super easy fixes AI can help with. Then I'll explore some free open source projects.
Companies use AI to filter us, but I gave the candidates the same tools.
And then I'll build a system to automatically network for me.
President, NBC News. Okay, access email. Are you applying for jobs right now?
I applied for like 40.
Probably hundreds. Also easily in the hundreds. Lots and lots.
Do you guys ever use AI to help you apply for jobs?
No. Yeah, no, because AI doesn't lie, and I gotta lie on my resume.
I have been using AI tools and stuff like that to help with my job search because I think that's like the only way to do it right now.
I haven't yet. I do use AI.
Mainly like to format, to just keep it short and blunt.
Proofreading.
For my resume now, I have advisors for all that stuff.
Wow, human advisors,
Yeah.
wow.
Because sometimes you don't have anyone to help you, so it's pretty useful.
I didn't find it to be that helpful. Everyone I heard back from, I wrote that application myself.
Interesting. Oh, how about that?
It definitely exaggerates a little bit and you gotta like cut back.
Here's a fun fact, everybody embellishes on their resumes. It's a human trait, not a robotic trait. Can you make me a resume for this job description? The easiest use of AI to help with the job application process is just to post the job description into an LLM along with your resume and have the AI tailor it for a custom fit. It literally said tailor. I'll tailor your resume directly to the Vox Media posting. I hate writing cover letters too, but you can link the company's website, your job description, your resume, and maybe a previous cover letter to whip one up like that. Are you using AI to help with your job search?
Maybe not using it, but at least being aware of how my resumes are interacting with AI, like detection services or like what's the ATS?
They have AIs reading your resume anyway.
ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System. If you spend enough time on LinkedIn or TikTok, you'll see tons of posts about this omniscient boss of the job application process. Really, it's like a sorting hat that scans your resume and parses it out. Let's imagine a resume is this suitcase filled with clothes. ATS is the unpacker. If you format your resume in a messy way, ATS is gonna have a hard time sorting through it and organizing it. The sandals representing my video editing experience might get thrown in the same pile as text editing experience. And no, my application won't get the same attention as if I'd packed it with the right format. If it's formatted correctly, the suitcase could be opened and easily sorted. All of my information will enter the system properly, and it's more likely this applicant will get a call for an interview and maybe even a job. Many more recruitment systems today are using AI for screening and logging applications. There are a ton of paid tools online that help applicants format for ATS, but if you're looking for a job, you might not have a lot of money. That's how I came across a whole bunch of open source projects like this free website called ATS Screener from Sunny Patel, a 22-year-old student.
One of the more latest projects that I've been working on is the ATS Screener. It's a free open source tool. You essentially upload your resume and it scores it the way the top big 6 applicant tracking systems in the market would score it. So these 6 pretty much run the entire hiring pipeline. And
oh wow, the mafia, the hiring mafia.
The hiring mafia, exactly. I think it's just really rough for Gen Z, our generation right now, because the whole process for how these systems work is just really closed off. You know, you never know if a human read your resume or if a keyword system tracked you out. When I was applying, I wish I had this tool. A lot of these websites would charge $30, but even $30 for a student can be a big financial decision, right? So I think just filling in that gap in the market that hasn't already been built, fully open source, was just at least the small thing that I could do as a student to another student.
When I used it, it worked pretty well, but I got flagged hard. Just a quick mention here while I'm fooling around with this. My scores are pretty low because I didn't include education. I have been out of school for over 10 years. I've been told that I'm not supposed to put education in my resume, but that could be part of the reason why I didn't get as many callbacks as I would have liked. Good to know. Anyways, this was all super easy and helpful.
There's a few other open source projects out there that I found were pretty cool. There was Apply Pilot that automatically applies for you in a bit of a spray and pray. I actually didn't try this one because it felt like I was holding a live grenade. I got this message from Claude saying that it would go autonomously and I'm not actually looking for a job, so What was more my speed, however, was this app called Career Ops. It's like an AI recruiter concierge. You upload a resume, tell it what field you want to work in, your desired salary and location. It scans job boards and gives you the highest quality matches based on the program's internal rating system. It's a little more technical to use, but the project went viral on GitHub, and the developer hosts an active Discord where people can share success stories and tips.
I built the tool I needed for finding a job. Companies use AI to filter us, but I gave the candidates the same tools. If you are looking for a technical job, which implies build stuff, because that's the number one thing companies are looking for. We tweak the CV to make ATS friendly, but with your real experience and expertise.
Santiago and Sunny weren't the only people building the tools they needed to get jobs. With AI vibe coding tools, it's never been easier to hack together your own recruiting app.
Tell me about how you're using AI to help with job applications.
So I've been using Claude Code to create like an automation tool that helps me scrape LinkedIn jobs for keywords and then make me a list of jobs with URLs that I go and I look through, and then I like apply to the ones that I think are a good fit for me.
I use like Claude and Apollo AI to help me find people on LinkedIn and help me write specific tailored messages, and it helped a lot.
I finally figured out what that guy in the park did.
I'd never heard of Apollo.io, but it's a tool used by salespeople to help them find potential customers and can even send cold emails automatically.
President, NBC News. Look, okay, access email.
Apollo allows me to automate the entire outreach process in what it calls a sequence. I can put the whole thing on autopilot. Its automated search looks for people based on a criteria I set. When it finds someone, it will auto send a cold email based on a template I wrote, and it even follows up for me a few days later. So this really creates the trifecta. I've got the tools to help me with formatting and tailoring my documents. I've got something to help me with a more advanced search. But what I was really missing is a networking tool. And that's what this is. If you're looking for a job right now, there's no doubt it's rough out there. But after looking at these pretty simple, cheap, and effective tools, I mean, it's not like I need a new job, but if I needed to alleviate some of the stress of looking for a job, this is what I would do. Maybe I'll just apply to a few applications, you know, just for fun. See what's out there. Play the field. Get a TED Talk.